What hot rodder doesn't love an open header muscle car? We've got these cutouts from QuickTime Performance we're about to install on a 69 Mustang. Okay, so some of you may notice this car because we built it a couple years ago and it's back now to get these cutouts. So we built this stainless TIG-welded exhaust. It's 2.5 inch diameter, all the way back with X-pipe, MagnaFlow mufflers, etc. And the owner wants it to be able to be loud when he wants it to and be quieter through the exhaust. So that's where we've got these. So this is a low profile kit from QuickTime Performance. It's pretty nice. It comes with this piece of tubing. You can see it's oval. And this is actually 2¼ inches right here, which should work well with our 2.5 inch exhaust to give us a little bit of meat to work around. It comes with the actual motor assembly itself, and then you can also get these trick little turn downs to go on there as well. So we are thinking exhaust placement, we're probably going to try to put it somewhere around in here, so we've got a little bit of room on each side. They do recommend when you mount these to make them at least 2 feet or more past your header collector, just to make sure you don't have any leakage or whatnot when you have them closed. You don't want to have a weird exhaust leak and sputtering and whatnot. So we're going to put them back here, which is over our 2 feet dimension, and we can't wait to see how it transformed this from mild to wild. All right, so this is Tyler. As you can see by his shirt, he built the exhaust initially on this thing, so we're going to let him put the cutouts on.
So basically we got a mark going across this pipe for the angle we want to cut this at. I'm going to cut it just a hair long to where I can get it mocked up in there, because the entire piece is too long to fit up in the car right now. So I'm going to cut this a hair long and we'll put it back up in here and see what we got. Hopefully we can get this piece to fit in here. If not, we'll have to do it on the bigger bandsaw. Safety first. So that looks really good actually. That'll get us down and away from the parking brake, but still be far enough away from the exhaust to where it'll be able to open and close no problem. So now we're going to have to mark this radius for this size pipe, which I believe is 2.5, to cut into this. That way it fits snug top and bottom. Then we can TIG her in there. Try to make sure we got enough clearance everywhere, but I think that will do it. All right guys, so we got this thing tacked together. We have this side fully welded in. We got these cut out inside and out. We're gonna finish welding this one in and get this thing back on the car. Getting to some tight spots like that, it's hard to get your angle right with your TIG. You get blocked on the top, blocked on the back, even with a smaller cup on there. We got her melted in there.
All right, we just finished up the QuickTime Performance exhaust cutout installation, and it was their low profile exhaust cutouts. So again, we had a 2.5 inch stainless exhaust that we had built for this car, and we just kind of came in and put these right around the X-pipe way before the mufflers. It sounds really good. So check this out. We're gonna sit in the car. We're gonna give you some clips behind the car. That way you can see what it sounds like. So one of the other cool things about these QuickTime Performance kits is they come with a switch, which you mount it here, turn it on and off, but they also have these sweet little key fobs. So as long as there's power to the cutouts, you can be outside the car with it running and open and close them from these. So let's see what it sounds like. And so this is with the mufflers. The cutouts are closed. Let's open this up and see what it sounds like in here. Oh yeah, I like it. You can tell a significant difference in that, and then he'll close them again. Yeah. So it's really the best of both worlds. All right, let's go take this thing for a spin. I really like driving this car. You know, we built this car a couple years ago. The owners have been out enjoying it, driving it, and they just wanted to bring it in and get these cutouts and do a few little maintenance items before springtime hits. But yeah, this thing is fun. It's got a Ride Tech coilover suspension. It's got Wheelwood brakes all the way around. As far as the engine, I'm sure you guys want to know what that is. So it's a Blueprint Engines 408 small block Ford Windsor, so based off of a 351 Windsor, and just bored and stroked. We dressed it up, made it look better, and we also put a Holley Sniper EFI unit on it. So it runs really good. It's got plenty of power. I think it was like a 450 horsepower motor, which is plenty stout for this thing. And then we've got a 4R70W automatic overdrive transmission and a Ford 9-inch rear end, 31 splines, true track 370 gear. So it gets up and goes pretty good. So this is with the exhaust cutouts closed. So this is running through the mufflers and whatnot. You can tell you can hear it in here, but it's not super loud or anything. I've got a good sound. Again, it's got a 2.5-inch stainless TIG-welded exhaust that we built, running through some MagnaFlow mufflers out back. But yeah, let's see. We'll open these things up and see what it sounds like going on the road. I think the owner is really going to enjoy these. I know I would. One of my old hot rods, my 32 Chevrolet I built a long time ago, I had headers on it that I could just uncap. It had turnouts. I had a full exhaust under it as well, but I ended up actually I kept the headers open, I would say 90% of the time I was driving that thing. So I like a good, loud, rowdy sounding car, you know, hitting a good lick. These little Windsor motors, they sound good anyway. So it's a really great combination. I'm glad he came back and wanted to put these on. And again, I think this is the first QuickTime Performance cutouts that we've installed, and so far, you know, they don't leak. That's one thing that we've had an issue in the past, is that when you have the exhaust cutouts closed and you have the car running, it sounds like you have an exhaust leak, because essentially you do, because the cutouts are leaking. But this thing is super quiet. Again, it doesn't seem to be leaking any as far as the exhaust. Sounds good when they're closed, and sounds even better when they're open. So, all right, we're about to put D outside. We're going to do a drive-by so you can see what this thing sounds like from the outside. So I think it's safe to say that these exhaust cutouts were a great addition. It really makes this little motor sound good, gives it some character, and who doesn't love a rowdy cam small block? So if you liked it, please subscribe and check out some more content we'll have for you soon.